Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today it's Sunday the 4th of August 2024, and I'd just like to share a follow-up to the video that I uploaded last night regarding the angry protests, the rioting, the looting, whatever you want to call it, that took place over, in my opinion, our fantastic city. So as you can imagine, living quite near to the vicinity of where it all took place, majority of it locally on County Road, Walton, and having to endure sirens and the sound of good old whirlybird. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, it's what the locals fondly refer to as the police helicopter. So yeah, whirlybird hovering over our homes for what felt like all night. So I'm pretty sleep deprived today. However, a local friend and fellow YouTuber made his own follow-up video bright and early this morning, and I watched through his footage briefly. I will be looking into it in more depth later, but I felt that it was only right for me to go and do a walkthrough of my own. He is an early bird, so I was quite interested in the progression and developments on County Road itself since he's actually made and uploaded that video. So if you can go and give Kev some love and go and check out his coverage on the channel of it. His channel is known as KC IMAGEWORKS. That's K for Kilo, C for Charlie, and then all one word, IMAGEWORKS. India, Mike, Alpha, Golf, Echo, Whiskey, Oscar, Romeo, Kilo, Sierra. He's on YouTube. He does a lot of Liverpool related videos. He's a nice guy. He covers a lot of different aspects all around the city. So yeah, if you don't mind, just go and share some love. Go and give him a quick follow, subscribe. It's free at the end of the day. If the channel's not for you, you can always unsubscribe later, but hopefully, fingers crossed, you don't. So back to the video. Now, before we take a deep dive into the video, I'd like to make a few personal points of my own. Just to give you a little insight into me, so we're on the clear, and make sure that a few matters raised in my previous videos comment section are dealt with before we actually go into this footage. So first of all, my condolences to the families involved in that heinous and horrific, despicable act that was carried out on those young, bright future stars from Southport. Mine, and I'm sure the country's hearts, are all broken and deeply regretful for what's happened, and couldn't be any more upset and sorrowful. My heart really does go out to those families. I have 3 young children myself. I can't imagine what it would be like to lose them at any point, regardless of the situation. I'm pretty sure that everyone is kind of in the same mindset, and our hearts are broken. We're grieving for them. However, call me neutral, unbiased, sitter of the fence, if you will, or insert your own derogatory word here. But I don't actually agree with the way and path that have been taken in order to try and get this brought to the attention to those higher up. I've had my YouTube channel almost since the beginning of the creation of the platform. I think it was going back to 2005, 2006. And I haven't done a lot of uploading in recent years. But those videos that I do upload, I do try to read and respond to all comments made with an unbiased view. And it is my policy that everyone's entitled to freedom of speech, which is exactly that, and everyone's entitled to share it. However, all that being said, what I won't tolerate is any form of hate speech, vulgar, ethical remarks, anything that can be considered a hate crime, or individual bullying against another person's comments, which is then prolonged. So I would like, if possible, constructive comments and criticism, as that's fine. But just be aware that if you see your comment suddenly be removed, that's not necessarily me either removing it or it being moderated by me. There is, however, you've got to remember, YouTube have the comment bots, which if they deem that they see something that's considered a hate crime or something not appropriate, they will actually remove it. And it also looks bad on my channel as well if that kind of thing continues. So I'd ask you to just be respectful as possible. And so now, enough of my bore section rambling on. Just be respectful. I apologise in advance for my audio quality. My battery decided to die on me just prior to filming. What are the chances that I pretty ill prepared? Although you should know also that I do struggle severely with anxiety, and it was somewhat of a hard time for me to shoot and talk to the camera on the fly whilst having so many members of the public around me. So please, no judgments, no snarky comments. I'm no Steven Spielberg. But yeah, enough with my rant now. We'll just get into the video. And I will try to point out everything that I come across as I'm going, but rather than making you sit through and watch me walk the full length and breadth of County Road, any points of it, no interest, then I will speed the video up for time's sake. But please make sure you do watch until the end, as I have got a couple of pretty interesting exclusive points to bring to the video. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and again, thanks again for watching. Good morning everyone, and welcome back to another video. So as you've seen from the video that I uploaded last night regarding the protests, I thought I'd just come out this morning just to get a little insight as to what exactly went on and what's happening going forward. I have seen a couple of videos already online from people who's uploaded as early as 7 AM, and I thought I'd just come out and see for myself and bring you guys along with me just to see exactly what damage has been done, what kind of clean-up's needed, and see what happens. So this is the end of County Road, I believe, where it all began. I myself, I am actually very local to this area. I do know the area well, but starting from the videos that I've seen online literally last night, it is on this junction is where it all started, where the protesters all gathered. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a walk up from top to bottom of County Road from where I am now, but I will do a little speed along just so it doesn't get too long, too boring, and if there is anything of interest I will stop it and just have a little chat about it. Okay, so as you can see, there are still some of the fire appliances still on scene. Quite a lot of traffic here, which is a bit unusual for this time of day on a Sunday especially. I don't know whether it's just a matter of people coming to see for themselves what happened, or they're just out general commuting or shopping. But yeah, as you can see in the distance further on the other side of the road, we've got a couple more fire appliances still here. But yeah, let's do the speed up and I'll take you to where I can believe where most of the damage and most of the incidents occurred. See there, some of our brave firefighters. Seems to be hovering around that building. I don't know whether that's got any damage. Don't really want to go over and ask them, they look busy. Okay, so you can see this is where obviously one of the bins, or some of the bins, have been set on fire. Just noticed a sign up there. So it's going to be closed for a week. I suppose it's pretty understandable. I imagine they're going to have to close the roads off and get it resurfaced, especially in the areas in particular where all the bins were set on fire. Yep, let's crack on. I believe I'm just getting now to the part really where everything kicked off the most. Heading up just past Arundel Street and we're coming up to the Spellow hub. I believe that's what took most of the damage. In one of the videos I've seen this morning, this was actually pointed out. I mean, it is a derelict building, it has been for years. It just seems a bit strange as to why they've decided to rip the shutters up. Did they want to get inside anything of value? Were they just looking to burn it down? Who knows? Okay, so we're just coming up to Home Bargains, new Home Bargains that was built. Used to be the Jacks. Yeah, pretty much getting to the epicentre of where it all kicked off. I'll just try and find a lot of space there so I'm not blocking anyone on the way. And that's the Spellow hub. Yeah. As you can see again, quite a lot of damage done to the road. Extensive damage both inside and out to the entrance to the library and the one stop. It's just tragic. Tragic. As you can also see as well, that there does appear to be a lot of independent reporters, filmographers, possibly even TV crew here. I don't really want to get into anyone's lens shot. One thing I will point out, there we go, that little stump there in the ground, that actually was a EPV charging point, you know, for your electric cars. That got smashed off its stand, and you can see more evidence there of the bins that have been taken from the road. Obviously more evidence there of property damage. Shutters look to have been ripped up, windows have been boarded up. Telephone box smashed up. Okay, so I'm going to hot foot it now to the next one. See you again. The car's not blocking it. Still got most fire crews still on scene even this far up. Again, I haven't seen any videos of any damage this far up other than where I'm about to take it. Oh wow. Now coming up onto the top end of County Road now as we're heading towards Breeze Hill. There were two 2 properties, 2 retail stores, I believe, that were featured profoundly in the footage, the clips last night. And I believe I've got one coming up on my right hand side and one on the left hand side. Get a little bit closer, can show you the extent of the damage. Okay, so as you can see, the King store looks to be like a off-license food and confectionery. That's sustained a lot of damage. Shutters are a mess. Not quite sure what it is in front. That to me looked maybe like part of a bus stand that was used. Maybe, I don't know. It does look as though the door frame's also been kicked in, but that could just be the way they boarded the windows up. Okay, so moving on. Yeah, I can see what looks to be some proprietors of the shop doing some clean up here, some work. This looks like to be the shop that took the biggest hit at this end of County Road anyway. So we just buy the best one on Mandeville Street. Alright guys, we managed to get everything to secure. Yeah, that's good. Listen, we're really sorry, we've seen what happened on social media yesterday, with the way you got attacked. As I got footage of it myself, got sent to me, so I just thought to come up this morning just to see what the extent of the damages were. Okay, well, I'll let you get on with it, lads, okay? Right. Absolutely disgusting. As you can see, coming down now towards, police are still out quite in force, which I suppose is understandable. You know, given that it started from city centre and then made its way as far up as Walton. So I imagine all the emergency services are on high alert, standby today. Yeah, again you see more damage to the roads. Now I believe we're coming up on to William Hill. This was where one of these significant videos was taken. People actually trying to smash the windows in and use the bins to smash the windows in. As you can see now, before midday on Sunday, I imagine the proprietors had the emergency border uppers out very early this morning, if not straight after it all calmed down. Yeah, I mean it's laminated glass, as you'd expect it to be somewhere protected, such as the bookmakers. You know, so it just goes to show the amount of force and the extent that people were willing to go to. I'm not entirely sure what William Hill has to do with any of this, as is with most of the videos that I've seen. But I think I'll wrap that up here, guys. I don't believe there was any further trouble up as far as this. I could be wrong. If there is any further information or any videos sent out to me, I will attach them at the end of this video. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this here just for a moment. This was actually on my way walking back down County Road, and I stopped off to just look at the extent of the damage at the Spello hub. And as you can see, just complete and utter devastation, destruction, vandalism, whatever you want to call it, right throughout. I really do feel sorry for the people who work here. You know, they put so much effort into providing for the community. Both myself and a few passers-by were actually taking interest just to see what we could see inside. And it was actually, at this point, we were accosted by a few of the Liverpool Echo reporters, investigators, whatever you want to call them. They were trying to get us involved in giving a little interview to the papers for probably the midday story going out, which I kindly objected to. I just want to freeze it just for a moment or two, just to give you a little insight as to something that happened next. I did actually walk a bit further down and visited one of my friend's local stores, just to see if everything was okay with his property, as it was kind of fitting in the demographic of the other shops that had been targeted. And it was whilst I was in there, there was a man and woman who came in quite distressed and upset, and they were asking whether or not that the store actually had any CCTV footage on the outside of the property, as it was alleged that one of their teenage sons, who was just someone stood watching it in the streets, wasn't involved allegedly. He was actually accosted by a few of Merseyside police officers, all dressed up in the riot gear, one of which took it upon himself to grapple with this lad. I could be wrong. I think they said he was either 16 or 17. And he was just watching the events unfold, as I'm sure a lot of other people were. However, as I said, this police officer allegedly took hold of this lad, forced him back against the wall, kept shouting in his face with his baton raised, "Get back, get back." I wasn't there. I can't say for sure whether there was any grappling involved. However, it took the police officer then to detain him. And it's alleged that the officer not only grabbed him, but forcefully pushed him back into the side street a good 20-30 feet, backed him into a little side alleyway, which you'll see coming up in a moment, before screaming in his face again, "Get back, get back." Now, to me, if somebody is in an alleyway with a back up against the wall and somebody screaming in my face, "Get back, get back," I don't see how really that person could do anything. However, he must have seemed to be resisting to the officer, and it is here where he took out his police baton and struck him. I can't remember if he said once or twice, but struck him pretty hard across his forehead, completely busting his forehead wide open. And you will see photographs of it in a moment. They are quite graphic, so viewer discretion be advised. I did speak to his mum and his dad briefly whilst I was at the shop, and they do intend to go and make a complaint to local Merseyside police station right after they've spoken to me. I did offer to get them on camera just to give them their version of events and a little story. However, respectfully, they did decline. However, they did also acknowledge that just up the road that the reporters from the Liverpool Echo were still out with their cameras, and they said that they were willing to go and speak to them about it. For me, I wouldn't like to be put on national news with them kind of injuries. Just a brief interjection, this is what I was talking about. This is where the lad alleges that he was taken. See that alleyway on the left-hand side? He was actually shoved up against that wall, and this is where he was struck across his forehead with the baton, which you can see the blood splattered all over the pavement, and it was up the telegraph pole. He was then dragged away. Yeah, it's terrible.
There was a lot of people last night just spectating, and that's not really, they're not breaking the law.
I'm just going to freeze there just to recap exactly what it is. That you will hear his dad in the background talking about what was going on, and you will see that this individual who was hit, he was actually dragged a fair distance back down County Road, where you'll see in a minute more blood spatter.
Families, but at the same time, it's like it's a difficult one.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's there's a divide being
Oh yeah,
formed, do you know what I mean?
yeah, you can see that, jeez.
There is a divide being formed, and you can see that there are people, they've got kids to go on to and things like that, but as I said, it's a difficult one to say. It's hard to sort of like comprehend, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like put yourself on the fence to see both sides. But things like that, it sort of makes it difficult.
It does. But still, there's no need to go to that extreme.
No.
No need at all. Right guys, so future Myke here in post edit. I'm just going to leave you with a couple of these photographs that I got whilst I was out and about. And I'm actually going to wrap it up here. Sorry the video was so long, but if you made it to the end, then thank you very much. But just one last piece of advice. I did hear from several of the proprietors who didn't wish to be included in this video that they've heard that there's hostilities planned again for this evening, allegedly. So please stay safe and be vigilant. Again, a massive thank you for all your input on my last video. I'm in awe as to how well it's actually done, the way you've reacted. Nearly 5,000 views, hundreds of comments, shares and likes. And at the time of this recording, I believe there's over 150 new subscribers just on that one video alone. So thank you very, very much. But anyway, stay tuned for more content coming soon, and don't forget to check out Kev's channel. I'll be sure to have that linked in the description below. And for now, Myke signing out. Take care and stay safe. See you later, guys. Bye bye.